Hi guys, this time I want to show you how I was able to shoot vertical on a gimbal. So here we are, we came to this outdoor gym. Rosa, our model, is there behind the camera, as you can see. And we're gonna shoot some stuff, well, having the camera vertical on the gimbal. Okay, let's start. Unfortunately, this gimbal, as most gimbals, you cannot simply just rotate the roll axis all the way to vertical. So we need to figure out a way to get around that. And luckily, I did, but there was a couple of roadblocks, so let's go through them in a second. This gimbal is the Moza Air gimbal. I got this from Joo.Works store from Sweden. It's an online shop where you can get all kind of camera and video related gear. And because it's in Europe, the shipment was really fast and I didn't have to worry about the customs. And the guys at Joo.Works store were really helpful when I was getting this gimbal, so thanks guys. Anyway, so let me show you what are the parts that I needed to get this camera vertical. Overall, the camera is rather heavy, but this gimbal can handle it. So to start off with, this is an angle iron. You can kind of Google it from Amazon or somewhere. So the first thing I was hoping to do is simply to roll this on here and then just place the quick release blade on the bottom. But then the problem was that there's too much of a gap here, and that causes the kind of the center of gravity of the camera to be way too up, and I wasn't able to kind of balance it properly on the gimbal. So that's why I needed to add something. And I have this quick release kind of blade that has these extra holes. I don't know if you can see them, maybe there. You can see these extra holes. So with these, I was able to offset the screw on the bottom of the camera to be a bit higher. So then I was able to get the camera balance. So I'll start assembling this and let's just time lapse this part. Okay, there we have it. It's balanced quite nicely. It's not perfect, but the motors are strong enough, so it's okay. And then the first thing that the first problem that you encounter when you start assembling your vertical gimbal setup is that when you turn it on, like you can see, it's vibrating a lot. And even though it's the same camera and the same lens that I had just before, because now it's vertical, the form factor is so different that we have to calibrate the kind of the sensors of the gimbal again. And with this gimbal, it's very simple. I just press here and it will automatically start doing this calibration process. Okay, and now it's not vibrating. So we have a functional vertical gimbal setup. And now it's totally functional, so let's go and shoot some footage with this setup. If you want to see the whole video that I shot with Rosa, you can go and check it out here. I just uploaded it to YouTube, and I recommend you opening it up on your phone and then pressing full screen, so you will see the video on the full screen glory. Or then you can go to my Instagram here and find the video there and just follow me on Instagram. Anyway, so my experiences when shooting vertical on this gimbal with a heavy camera. I would say that I had no issues. It was very similar for shooting like normal vertical videos, though this screen was behind this black back motor, so that was a bit annoying, but it was okay. And one other thing was that when I was shooting, if I was holding the gimbal from below, sometimes this motor started vibrating. But then if I just grabbed the motor from here, that was no issue at all. And on these clips, some of these clips I shot handheld, so I took the camera off from the gimbal and shot handheld. But these more like dynamic shots would have been impossible without the gimbal. And I think I will be using it again for this purpose. And other than that, I have been using this gimbal as well for shooting normal horizontal videos. For example, I was traveling in Porvoo, this old town here in Finland, and I really liked the quality of it, and it felt like trustworthy. I was able to it didn't have any issues when I was shooting, so I was really happy with the quality of it. And when I was having the camera horizontal, there was no issues with vibration or anything, because I think the issue is here that this angle iron has a bit of a flex to it. So I would say that this is a really nice gimbal, and if I compare it to my another gimbal, this is the Cyan Grain 2. I would say that sometimes I prefer this one over this one, even though this has a better payload, and it even has this nice follow focus function. Because as you can see, this Moza Air is more slimmer. This is actually quite heavy, and I like grabbing this. So I would say this is a bit more like travel friendly gimbal than the Cyan Grain, even though this has other functions that I really like. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Yeah, subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video. Bye.